You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network. This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the U.S. News & World Report's #1 engineering school in the United States that offers a master's as its highest degree for 18 consecutive years. Rose-Hulman, where you come to find yourself. Find yourself through personal growth, through personal development, through study, research, and invention. Rose-Hulman, your home for academic and athletic excellence.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome to Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. We have a barn burner for you tonight. It's going to be Rose-Hulman taking on the Hanover Panthers in tonight's action. And Walter Gordon, my partner, I'm Herb King, will bring you all the exciting action of HCAC basketball here on Indiana Sports Network. And if you're looking at this ball game, it can't get any more fun than this one. Prior to Christmas in basketball is where everybody kind of determines where it's going to kind of line up, and this is the ball game to do it tonight.
It really is, and two teams near the top of the conference. Rose-Hulman undefeated in the conference and trying to stay that way. Hanover, a very proud team with lots of tradition, trying to play mini spoilers, and I'll say mini spoilers just because it's a Rose-Hulman home game. And so two teams that are very well coached and have good talent, and I'm really looking forward to this game.
Well, Hanover, we expected to come in undefeated. They lost a ball game to Defiance in what was, I'm going to consider an upset at a certain point, but Defiance is really solid ball club. They're really athletic, and they can really run up and down the floor, and they play solid defense. You're looking at, again, two of the teams that, if you look prior to the start of this basketball season, they're two of the top teams that everybody kind of looked at, and we're going to get to see both of them tonight.
Of course, Anderson, preseason #1. Hanover's already beaten them, and quite convincingly, I might add. As far as maybe make a little statement. It's going to be interesting to see how teams play Anderson this year. I'm kind of watching that. So anyway, when you look at the way the season's gone, there's a big conference win there, but Hanover coming off of a really tough loss at Defiance. You talk about the resurgence of Defiance and how they're looking this year, looking really solid. But a game that really Hanover fought back from a double-digit deficit in that second half and had an opportunity to win that game. Made some free throws down the stretch and did everything they needed to do. Just needed to get one more stop. They couldn't get it, and Defiance came out of that with a well-earned win. But this Hanover team, boy, they score the ball. They move the ball all around, in, outside, side. So you talk about defense and your head being on a swivel. When you play these Hanover Panthers, if you blink, if you don't rotate one time, you're giving up a wide-open layup or a three, and it can happen in a blink of an eye.
Well, and when you're looking at Hanover, 4 players average double figures. Yep. And with those, they are really consistent. Even their top 6 players are over 7 points a game. So they score the basketball very well. Anybody can explode for 20 points in a ball game for Hanover, at least the top 6 or 7. And when you look at Rose-Hulman, they've had multiple players that have led them in scoring or done all kinds of different other things. And they're going to be without a couple players again tonight. And so when we look at that, it adds a little bit of intrigue for Rose-Hulman. We saw them play last Saturday, played pretty well without those players. They're looking for, again, more improvement this evening.
Sometimes when you are, I guess, undermanned to a certain extent or your back's up against the wall, you focus a little bit more. And we saw some good focus out of Rose-Hulman on Saturday. Definitely going to need that again today. You saw some players step up Saturday. We'll need that again today. And you have an opportunity. Maybe you were getting 8 minutes a game before some guys went down, and all of a sudden you're getting 18 minutes a game. So you have an opportunity to help your team out and also prove to the coaches once again what you can do, and that, hey, I don't just do it in practice. I can play. You can depend on me, coach, when the lights are bright and the money's on the line. So some guys with some opportunities. Saw some guys. I know Isaac Farnworth really stepped up on Saturday. Looking forward to see him again today. Whether he starts or not, he is going to be a guy as far as matching up with some of Hanover's guys. He is going to be a guy that's going to be dependent on. And Trey Work's career rebounding effort on Saturday, he's going to need to rebound again. Maybe not set another career high. Be great if he does. But if he doesn't, he's going to really need to board well today.
And I'll tell you what, the other person that I saw Saturday really right down the stretch, and it was really nice to see Max Chaplin just right down the stretch, hit all the key shots, did everything he needed to, and all of a sudden Rose-Hulman wins a ball game where it was really close, and at the end it wasn't close at all. And when you're looking at this one, two great teams tonight. It's Hanover has come to Terre Haute to take on Rose-Hulman. We'll bring you all the exciting actions after these breaks.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Gen Z is a stalled generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Crunch.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Again, Hanover has come in at 5-1 record overall, 2-1 in the HCAC, a 1-point loss to Defiance last Saturday, which is kind of shocking at a certain point because they played so well in this year to pick up that loss. We expected them almost to come in undefeated at that point. But Rose-Hulman has really played well early in this season, playing a very tough schedule to start, and you could just see them kind of gel together, and they've played very well to start the HCAC season.
They really have, and it's unfortunate you got a couple guys out that kind of breaks that continuity that you had. They had all of their starters, and each game was the exact same. Rotations were kind of tinkering a little bit, but you had the same 5 starters in each game, and you have that continuity. You know who's starting, you know who's going to come off the bench at around what time, and guys can start to feel a little comfortable, but you take a couple of guys off, and then you got to get reacclimated when they come back, and so it kind of takes a little time. It takes a little time to do that, but I know that's a problem that Rose will be glad to have when they get back to full strength. So when you have that situation and you're playing a team like Hanover that poses so many problems, you're really going to have to pay attention to some detail. You know, Hanover's not going to turn the ball over very much. Rose does not come with a pressing style like some other teams do. So Hanover is going to execute their offense, and they're going to get shots. Whether it's a good shot, bad shot, that depends on Rose's defense. But they're going to get shots because most likely they're going to have single-digit turnovers. That's just what Hanover does. So for Rose-Hulman, they're going to have to execute defensively and offensively to stay in this ball game today.
Well, we're looking again at the two I would consider the top teams in the conference. Now you're going to have to throw Defiance in, because you knew you were going to come in with either the number 1 and number 2 or number 1 and number 3 team for this ball game, and it just so happens that Defiance wins by 1. That rematch will be interesting, and really that's the one thing about conference. You get each of these conference teams you play twice, and the conference is not determined. You know, Hanover could win all their ball games and still win the conference. Rose-Hulman, on the other hand, same thing. You have to feel pretty good starting out 3-0, especially when you went to Transylvania and won, and now at home against you taking on Earlham and Mount St. Joe, and all of those teams in the conference can beat somebody on any given night. Even Earlham, who is not. You're looking. Hey, you know they've lost how many ball games by single digits? Like 9 ball games.
They're going to cause problems in this conference, and their style of play is very unique. Their personnel grouping, very unique. They're going to be a problem when it's all said and done in this conference. And there's going to be some teams that are going to go to Richmond to face Earlham. Hopefully Rose-Hulman is not one of them that comes away with an L. That's going to be a tough team to play because of their style. Same with Defiance. Tough team to play. It's good to see the parity and the depth in the conference. We're not saying it's Transy or it's Rose or it's Hanover and everybody else. There's a lot of teams in this conference that can come away with the regular season conference crown and then trying to make the push to be in the top 6. This may be one of the better conferences as far as overall depth and play that we've seen in the HCAC in a while.
Well, when you're looking at it, Rose-Hulman, Defiance, Hanover, Anderson, Franklin, and Transylvania all have winning records. 4 teams don't, and any of those 4 teams on any given night can win ball games. So, again, really good parity like you talked about. The conference is solid in basketball, top to bottom. It's not solid sometimes in other sports.
Sure.
But in men's basketball, this conference is very solid from top to bottom. And it was proven, again, this last Saturday with the win that Defiance had. All of a sudden, everybody's kind of shaking like, uh-oh, here we go. This is going to be a great year, great opportunity for basketball. And with that said, we have a great ball game for you this evening. It's Hanover against Rose-Hulman, all live here on Indiana Sports Network.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
Hey, this is Todd Hine with LaborLink. The federal unemployment benefits have ended. However, there has never been a better job market in history. This puts you in an incredible position. Go to golaborlink.com and apply now. We have many jobs available, but they will fill up fast due to demand. Hey, take advantage of the job market and start work right away with LaborLink.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley
with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
Here at Mossy Oak Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we know dirt. Last year, this piece of property produced 50 acres of beans. It's a little low on nitrogen, and the pH is 6.8.
Oh, and they also had cattle on here.
When it comes to knowing your ground, isn't it important to have a realtor who does as well?
And that's no bull.
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com. We are your Indiana land specialist.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. Ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And now the starting lineups for Hanover. Number 11 is Max Greenamore. Number 21 is Ty Houston. Number 22 is Isaac Hibbert. Number 25 is Ryan Morris. And number 33, Matt Munoz. The head coach is John Miller. And now the starting lineup for Rose-Hulman. Number 15, Jackson Cabrick. Number 20 is Dylan Duff. Samvit Ram is starting as well. Dylan Duff, and I got ahead of myself. It usually goes in numerical order. Number 50 is Isaac Farnsworth, and Rose-Hulman really needs a big ball game from him on the inside. And the big fella, graduate student, is number 55, Trey Wirtz.
Great crowd on hand. Herb is Hanover, as always, brings a good crowd. And a great section from Rose-Hulman. Also, the students are in attendance. And we have from Jasper High School.
Yeah,
Jackson
up here in the
Cabrick
top left
School.
corner.
Absolutely.
Saw all those guys. They brought a bus in.
That's
they
awesome.
brought a bus in the top left-hand corner of the home stands. All those young guys are up there.
Yeah.
There they are, guys from Jasper. So if people are watching at home and you want to see Jackson Cabrick School, there it is. They've got everybody there going to watch him play some basketball here at Rose-Hulman in a big ball game for the Fighting Engineers as they take on Hanover College. And great thing to see. I've done that before when I was coaching teams, take them to a college ball game. And this case, these guys want to come see their former teammate play for Rose-Hulman. Duff will jump it up in the middle and tip it off against Munoz. Rose-Hulman with possession of the basketball. Cabrick gives it up to Duff.
Oh, low zone coming out, Herb.
Matchup style, 2-3. We'll see what happens. Ram to Cabrick. Wirtz looking for the man coming down the middle. Cabrick with the drive. Shots up and good. Jackson Cabrick.
That's one thing that I think that Rose, as the season goes on, will see more zone teams wanting to try to keep them outside the painted area.
Hanover with a basketball on the drive. Down inside is Hibbard, gave it up to Morris. Munoz back to Hibbard. And 2 points.
And you saw on their Wirtz matched up with Munoz. Munoz, the guy, when that ball went through the bucket, he was at the top of the key ready to spot up.
Feed down into Farnsworth.
Now to a man defense.
Wirtz inside, scoops it up, doesn't get it to go. Rebound comes out to the Panthers. Hibbard down on a fast drive. He's fouled before he got the shot up, and it'll be out of bounds.
Quick whistle there on the transition opportunity. You see Hanover with a push. And that's one thing that you'll notice with Hanover. They would love to push that rock.
And good to see John Muchner come in to watch the ball game tonight. Over to our left-hand side. And again, the court's named after John Muchner Court. Hanover running that inbounds play. Man, what a nice job by the Panthers as they got that one close in, and they couldn't get the shot in as Morris had a point-blank look and couldn't score on it, but the out-of-bounds play was run to perfection except for the score. Kabrick to Wirtz. Using that high screen, hands it off to Farnsworth for three. Big, long one and tipped out of bounds by Duff.
That one, you see, he is not looking over at Rusty Lloyd for a reason because he feels the glare from his coach. That was a deep three, way too soon in the shot clock from Mr. Farnsworth.
Hibbard again, the senior guard, gives it up to Greenamore. Greenamore couldn't get that one in, and it comes out to Rose-Hulman. Duff. Wirtz to Kabrick. Both these teams have moved the basketball pretty well.
If the Engineers run their offense well, they should be able to get really good looks today.
Cross. Ram for three. Can't get it to go, and rebound comes out. Again to Greenamore. Hibbard with the drive inside, kicks it out to Munoz. Munoz gets that shot up and in.
You know, we talked about basketball being a game of matchups, and there's a tough guy to match up with for any team in the conference.
Munoz is the leading scorer for Hanover, and he's given him a 4-2 lead. Wirtz with a basketball on that low block. He has a chance to really score on this one, but he's got to do a much better job of using a board. Speaking of putting it in, Isaac Farnsworth off the rebound gets the basket. We're still tied at 4.
You see Rusty Lloyd going at Munoz, trying to draw a foul, make him work on the defensive end as well, trying to guard Trey Wirtz.
Well, Wirtz is the load on the inside.
Oh, my God.
And they fouled the jump shooter.
That's the problem right there. I talked about the first basket. When the layup was made, Munoz at the top of the key. He's going to stretch the floor. He's going to make Wirtz have to guard him out at the top of the key. He can go by and dribble. That is the matchup that has got me worried.
3 points and a chance for a 4-point play for Matt Munoz. And he gets it. Don't see him a lot, but again, a 4-point play, and it's 8-4, Hanover with the lead. Jackson Kabrick to Wirtz. Farnsworth, Kabrick on the drive again. Puts it up. This he doesn't get. Could have had his rebound, but they're going to give it back to Rose-Hulman. Said it was tipped out of bounds. Looked like it came off of maybe Ryan Morris on that one.
Come on.
Samvit Ram can't get it to go.
He can't buy one. He's got to keep taking those good looks, though.
With the drive, Hibbard down in the corner. Double team, now it comes back outside. Houston to Greenamore.
He's too far off. There you go.
With the drive, that's a tough one. Shots blocked. They're going to call a blocking foul on Farnsworth.
Put him on Morris and switch that. Put Farnsworth on Munoz.
Timeout's been called. It's 8-4 Hanover when we return for more action on Indiana Sports Network.
It's Black Friday every day at the all-new York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Shop over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Pulling away in a new Ram 1500 Crew Cab, only $269 per month. New Grand Cherokee L, only $399 per month during the Black Friday sales event. Plus, get $1,000 more for your trade-in all month long. Start your deal at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And Simon Blair comes into the ball game, the 6'7" freshman from Wagner, Oklahoma, and he replaced Trey Wirtz, who will take a seat. And at the line again is Matt Munoz, and he's got 2 shot opportunities. He puts the first one in. It's a 5-point Hanover lead. I want to thank our sponsors for tonight's ball game: the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, LaborLink, Luce, State Farm Insurance, and Lynn's Pharmacy. Missed that one. It's 9-4. Hanover with the lead. Kabrick gives up to Duff. Blair asking for the ball over the top in the low post. Really didn't post it really super well. Duff with the shot up and in. He couldn't get it go in. He gets his rebound, puts that shot up. Loose ball picked up. Kick outside to Farnsworth, who drives down the lane, and he'll go in and get fouled. He'll go to the line.
Well, that's good gang rebounding there for the Engineers. They got 3 cracks at it, and going to get a couple of free throws as Farnsworth earns them. First team foul for the Panthers.
$15:30 left to go in the first half as we see Max Chaplin into the ball game.
Munoz with 7 quick points in this ball game. 7 of Hanover's 9. And we'll see. We'll have to track that as the game progresses here.
He was in on this one. He wanted to really get this one going. Rolls around and falls in. It's 9-5, a 4-point Hanover lead.
Got to be solid defensively here.
Greenamore kicks it back outside. Again, Hibbard drives, kick. Morris kicks outside. Potential's knocked down, and Ty Houston buries the 3 from the corner.
Got to know your personnel, Herb. Got to know who's a shooter. Got to know who's not really wanting to shoot the ball, wanting to facilitate.
I hate to tell you this. If you're a Rose-Hulman fan, all these Hanover guys shoot really well.
Yeah, they do, but some definitely you don't leave in the corner.
Outside to Blair. To Duff with the drive.
Look out.
Lost it right in the middle. Picked up by Max Greenamoyer. Greenamoyer with the drive off the glass, and he scores. It's 14-5. And Rose-Hulman has to find an answer and find it pretty quickly. Chaplin feeds down the low post. Back out. Kabrick for 3. He'll put up. Jackson Kabrick scores 3.
That's a big bucket right there to break the stretch that Rose was on as far as a scoreless drought there.
With the drive, they're going to have the offensive foul. A screen on Ryan Morris as he was moving. Turnover will give the ball back to Rose-Hulman.
And Morris, who facilitated on that last 3-pointer in the corner, he's a guy that's not going to shoot a whole lot. You know, he's driving toward the basket. We're going to facilitate a little bit more. Not going to stretch the floor a whole lot, but does a whole lot for the team as he takes the seat for the first time.
Kabrick waiting to set the offense. Man defense by Hanover on this possession.
Very good man defense that we've seen so far. As I say
with the drive is Farnsworth, and he tried to turn the corner on 32. That's Coleman Sater, who just came in.
Freshman from Edgewood that played very well in the Western Indiana Conference. People from around these parts know Coleman Sater, played multiple sports, and boy, he's an athlete. This guy, I love his motor.
Munoz checks out of the ball game. Chaplin feeding Blair in that post. Blair banging low, nice hook shot, but he doesn't get it to go. It's a 6-point Hanover lead. Panthers with the basketball, drive by Houston. Again, more players in the ball game as Estes is in the ball game, and they're going to call the foul on Farnsworth as he's going down the lane. I believe that's 2 on Farnsworth.
Yeah, I believe so too. He got caught with that strip. We're going to lead the free throws here once again for Hanover. He's going to get a couple more free throws. It'll be attempts number 4 and 5 for the charity stripe for Hanover.
Hibbert, a very solid senior guard at the line, and he doesn't get that free throw. We want to thank Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, York Automotive. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Again, second leading scorer for Hanover is Hibbert. Isaac Hibbert puts that one in. It's 15-8. Again, Hanover with the lead.
Noah Williams in the game for the first time for Hanover.
Bradley Harden into the ball game for Rose-Hulman. He'll play some point guard and move the basketball up the floor. Good distribution. Chaplin for 3. Doesn't get it. Took a good shot. Duff down inside. Just has it taken away by Dawson Estes from New Pal. Kicked backwards. And again, got to play some defense on the guards. They're going to just exploit him. Outside shot by Houston. Doesn't get it to go. Wirtz with the rebound.
Good defensive transition here for Hanover.
Inside to Blair. Nice easy one. Good pass by Duff. He'll get the assist on that one.
Sater got caught on him and trying to front him. There was no help with the backside.
Noah Williams handling the basketball into the ball game for Hanover the first time.
Travel. Gotta collect those puppies there. Zone the catch. Cy Houston kind of gallivanted into his dribble drive. Going to call for the travel right in front of the official.
Hanover's had a good start, but by no means does Rose-Hulman have anything to gripe about. They've had plenty of opportunities to score. They just, shots haven't fallen.
And they haven't executed as well as they would like to have on this man defense. I tell you, Hanover is playing a very good defense, getting up into everyone.
Harden. With the shot on the baseline, Bradley Harden from Alexandria, Virginia, with his first 2 points of the game. Williams back outside, and a turnover will give the ball back to Rose-Hulman. They trail by 3, and there's a timeout on the floor. Again, 15-12, Hanover with the lead when we return for more action on Indiana Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Gen Z is a stall generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to Holbert Arena. It's 15-12. Hanover with the lead. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. 11:36 left to go here in the first half. Harden down the middle, and they're going to get the easy foul call on that one as Bryce Gilman will pick up the actual foul.
Yeah, just kind of pushed Harden from the backside. Gilman, another local product from South Vermilion, a young man that at South Vermilion I enjoyed watching his game. He was fun to watch for South Vermilion. He really was. Hasn't got this offense going here at Hanover. Still plenty of time for him, though.
Harden looking for the cutter off the baseline. Missed it. Chaplin with the drive, and they didn't get the foul call. He thought he was going to get one on that.
He might have lost the ball a little bit.
Kick outside. Greenamoyer will set the offense, gives it up to Williams. Williams on that little curl. Stuffed in the lane, kicked back outside to Gilman. Gilman will drive. He's buried right in the middle of the lane. And they get it outside to Munoz and throw it around the horn. Pull up from 15 feet. No good by Max Greenamoyer. Harden to Wirtz. Chaplin. And Harden will pull it out and set up the whole offense.
Sater's has got the assignment on Blair again. Let's see if we can exploit that.
Harden kicks it out. Ram in the middle of the lane. Nice floater by Sambit Ram.
Ram, a young man that has been trying to get an offense going. He's really had a hard start to this season, but does so much for these Engineers defensively as well. Can't leave him.
And again, tipped around, Ram with the rebound. A 1-point Hanover lead. Rose-Hulman with the ball. Chaplin for three, and Max buries the three. 10 minutes left to go in the first half. It's 17-15. Rose-Hulman with their first lead of the ball game.
Great transition opportunity there. Nobody in the airspace when he crossed half court. You knew they were going to find him for that three.
Kicked outside. And again, Hanover still running that same Princeton-style motion in what they do. Sater gave it up. Nice shot on the inside by Coleman Sater.
You got to stay on your feet, young man. You'll fake you right out of your shoes. He didn't put the shot up, got the assist, though.
Tie score 17-all, 9:15. Open look. Here is Chaplin again. Can't get it to go. That's as good an offense as Rose-Hulman's going to get to shoot the ball from the outside.
Yeah, good job by Blair to pass up a good shot for a better shot.
Greenamoyer to Munoz. Back to Gilman.
Too quick.
And
would have been a goaltending anyway. Yeah. He pulled the net. Trey can't guard him. The coaching staff has got to make a move there. You got to make a.
He's got to get some help or something that way.
He can't guard it. But you pull him out high like that, he's got no shot.
Should be 19. It is 19-17.
Yes, sir.
Make that 20-19 as Sambit Ram hits one, and Ram hitting a shot is a big deal for Rose-Hulman.
Back-to-back buckets for Sambit.
Outside, Williams for three. He can't get it to go as he tries to echo that one, and immediately Rose-Hulman. This is really not a bad way for Rose-Hulman to play. They get pretty good looks when they're pushing just a little bit.
Boy, that's a fun game to watch or what?
Yeah.
Ball moving, so both teams moving the ball pretty well. Hanover doing a great job with it as the cross-court pass is nice.
Blair for three. He gets it.
Yes, sir. Blair knew he could shoot right over the top of Sater. Great skip pass to the corner. And Rose-Hulman looking pretty good right now the last 4 or 5 minutes.
23-19, Rose-Hulman. 7:50 left to go in the first half. Inside, shots up, and no good this time for Bryce Gilman. And Rose-Hulman will walk the ball up and set the offense one more time. Again, 23-19 is our score. 7:30 left to go in the first half. Harden Crossover kick out. Open again is Blair. Can't get this one to go.
Little heat check there. Make one, you got a heat check.
I don't know. He was open on that one,
yeah,
too.
He
just should have had a chance to put that one in. Gilman puts the shot up, no good, and a rebound comes out to Chaplin. And right now, Hanover lost the outside shooting that they had earlier in the ballgame. They just haven't hit shots.
Quite surprised they haven't gone try to, maybe even ISO Munoz those last couple of possessions.
Chaplin looks, kicks it back out. Blair. Again, Max has got it clear outside with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Buried, he puts it up, can't get it to go, just off the front of the rim. Again, a 4-point Rose-Hulman lead, Hanover with the basketball. Gilman stepped through, and that's the play that always got him. In junior high, that's where he scored that one all the time.
Boy, you can see the speed that young man possesses, and a great hand on Rose. He's a good possession here, just up for a couple of points.
Rose-Hulman with a 2-point lead. Samvit Ram to Chaplin. Off of Wirtz's high screen. Inside they had it. It's tipped out of bounds. Yeah. Rose-Hulman will gain possession of it. Timeout on the floor. 6:12 left to go in the first half. A 2-point Rose-Hulman lead.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s,
Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, when we're looking at this, and I see a big one right now for Rose-Hulman, 5 offensive rebounds to none for Hanover.
And Hanover is a really good rebounding team. When you look at the way they've gone this season, and so for Rose-Hulman to really dominate the glass thus far like that is a big stat.
That's why Rose-Hulman is leading the ball game and only shooting 39% to the floor, from the floor. Hanover at 50%. Top of the key, Duff drills a shot. 2-point basket and a 4-point lead for Rose-Hulman.
Turnover!
Steal, turnover, gives it up. Great play by Harden as he steals the ball and lays it in.
Hanover just lost track of things right there. Thought that Rose just vacated the premises, and Harden right there for the steal.
That could be a huge one, especially momentum-wise. You can see the defensive pressure picking up for Rose-Hulman. Duff went for the fake. Ram goes after that one. There's the first offensive rebound for Hanover. With the shot down on the baseline and scoring the basket is Ty Houston.
That was good defense by Duff as well. Stayed down the second time and contested Houston. It was a good look on really a tough angled shot for Houston.
27-23, Rose-Hulman with the lead and the basketball. Duff squares up, looking inside. I'm kind of surprised he didn't take that shot, too. He had an open look. Harden with the drive, has it tipped off.
Good
off of Harden and out of bounds.
Yeah, it was Isaac Hibbert, I do believe that was there for the defense. These guards for Hanover, when you penetrate the paint, they have very active hands, whether it's on ball or with the help. They penetrate. If you penetrate, they're swiping down, trying to turn you over and go the other way.
27-23, 4-point Hanover lead. 5 minutes left to go in the first half.
Nice stretch by Harden the last few minutes.
It's always
guys
tough
to come in and have good rotations when they come in.
Boy, what a nice turnaround look by Houston.
Back-to-back buckets by Ty there.
And again, Houston averaging in double figures for Hanover, and he looks to be a scorer in this process. Hanover with 4 players that average double figures. Feed inside. Put it down, put it up, big fella. Gets it up and in. Miles McGowan off the bench for his first 2 points of the night, the freshman from Indianapolis. And Rose-Hulman again stretches the lead back to 4.
Munoz had him pinned underneath the backboard for a moment.
3-point shot up and good by Isaac Hibbard.
Just like that, just quickly. Right down the first 7 seconds of the shot clock. He got a 3-point dagger.
1 point Rose-Hulman lead. McGowan again. No, he'll take the step out. Ram to Chaplin. Feeds Duff. Duff, pump. Got him in the air. Threw it up there and didn't get anything. Ram on the follow. Ram picks up the rebound of his own shot.
Now a reset on the shot clock. There we go. Run low offense here.
McGowan setting the high screen. Cabrick, he gets his pocket picked outside by Munoz. Drive, shoots, and score. It's Munoz.
Great defense by Munoz. Once again, stripping the basketball, getting another steal. This time, a live action steal that led to an easy, well, I say easy, but easy 2 points.
And a lead change as they'll call the foul on a low post. This one will go against Ty Houston as Duff and Houston were battling it out on the low post. We'll have a timeout on the floor as well. A 1-point Hanover lead when we go to break. It's Indiana Sports Network.
Hey, this is Todd Hine with LaborLink. The federal unemployment benefits have ended. However, there has never been a better job market in history. This puts you in an incredible position. Go to golaborlink.com and apply now. We have many jobs available, but they will fill up fast due to demand. Hey, take advantage of the job market and start work right away with LaborLink.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
A 1-point Hanover lead, 30-29. Rose-Hulman will have possession of the basketball under their own basket. 3:09 left to go here in the first half. Looking at it, they didn't get it in, and he has to send it all the way back to Ram. Cabrick to McGowan. Back to Cabrick. Samvit on the outside. Ram looking at it. 5 seconds. Duff's going to have to shoot it. At the line. He got the roll, and it's 31-30. Another lead change. Rose-Hulman now with that 1-point lead.
Very soft rims to get that roll.
Outside. Again, Munoz to Hibbard.
First double we've seen on Munoz so far tonight.
Hibbard outside. Good look and a wide open 3. Not able to knock it down was Greenamoyer. Looked to feed inside to McGowan. Wasn't able to do it. Chaplin. Ram feeds down inside, almost taken away, but really nice recovery by Miles McGowan, who lays it in, and it's a 3-point Engineer lead.
Boy, Hibbert got his paws on that, but just couldn't get the possession. It's a good job by McGowan to stay with it.
Greenamoyer on the outside. Still moving the basketball. Hibbert's the guy they want to score. He hasn't had a chance to have open looks. He'll drive down the lane, looks for somebody on the inside, and gets it up and in is Ryan Morris.
Boy, I tell you what, Ike Hibbert, number 1 in the HCAC in assists per game at right around 5. That young man just knows how to find people.
McGowan Scoop shot, doesn't get it.
Look out.
Outside.
Yeah.
Shots up and no good by Miller.
Just, boy, you dodge bullets sometimes when that shot goes up and it looks like it's going to hit the bottom of the net and get that friendly rollout.
1 minute left to go in this one. Getting excited there. Duff on the crossover layup and in. Dylan Duff.
That time Duff went quickly to the basket, didn't let the defense really settle in. Hanover. Let's see, maybe go 2 for 1 here.
Greenamoyer with the shot in the baseline. Couldn't get it. Loose ball picked up by Chaplin.
Barring an offensive rebound, Hanover will have a few seconds left, so we'll see how this progresses. Timeout, Rose-Hulman.
Timeout, Rose-Hulman will take one as well. A 3-point Rose-Hulman lead.
Here at Mossy Oak Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we know dirt. Last year, this piece of property produced 50 acres of beans. It's a little low on nitrogen, and the pH is 6.8.
Oh, and they also had cattle on here.
When it comes to knowing your ground, isn't it important to have a realtor who does as well?
And that's no bull.
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com. We are your Indiana land specialist.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, we thought we'd have a good ball game. It's continued to go back and forth between these two teams. Multiple lead changes in this one. As both teams continue to put the ball in the basket, 35-32.
Knew we'd have a good game, and this has just been just as entertaining as I thought it'd be, right?
About a 4-second difference between shot clock and what's going on. Cabrick with the drive, he put it off the board, couldn't get it to go. That was a really good shot, just didn't get it to fall. 3-point Rose-Hulman lead, 12 seconds left to go, and a timeout's been called by Hanover, and we'll take one as well. 11.5 seconds left to go in the first half.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. Ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And we're going to say it again, Jasper is in the house.
In the house, yeah.
They got a group there, and coaches and players, and they're just having a good time watching a ball game as they came to watch their hometown player in Jackson Cabrick, as he's played well in the first half. 10 seconds now left to go in a half.
Give the foul.
And they gave the foul up quickly.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. You just have to make sure you have the right guy making the foul so nobody gets in foul trouble.
Yeah, nobody really in foul trouble this game, I don't think. But you still have one more to give. You don't want Cabrick to give it.
Yeah, Cabrick has 2 fouls now in the first half.
Jackson came in, so we'll see if he gives one here. Please do.
And he did.
Yep.
Jackson. And again, that is Zachary Jackson, the junior from Franklin, Tennessee, picked up the foul.
Now I'm surprised we don't, at that point, well, Farnworth has got 2 also, so never mind that.
Could get another one real quick here, and he didn't do it. With the shot at close to the buzzer, no score as Hibbard couldn't get that one in. A 35-32 lead for Rose-Hulman in this pivotal game here early in the season. Hanover against Rose-Hulman. Again, 35-32. Rose-Hulman with the lead. We'll return for our halftime show on Indiana Sports Network.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s,
Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
we are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
And they're having a giveaway out here. That's why all the students are here.
I was trying to. Did you hear what they're giving away? I couldn't hear what it was that they are giving away. You know it's something really good.
It's good because all the guys are here. It's a video game, is what I saw. Some kind of it's a video game console. Like it's worth several $100s.
I'm sure it is.
And those guys are all out there ready to shoot baskets to see if they can hit one. They have to shoot threes to do it, and this could be almost as exciting as a real ball game to see who's all left by the time they're done. So I think it may be, you get your shot. If you miss, whoever ends up continually hitting shots is going to get a chance for that thing, and they're not hitting any. I think it's more fair. He got one, and they'll kind of weed him out pretty quickly. There hasn't been anybody hit but him. And a lot of fun here at Rose-Hulman. They do this kind of thing several times a year with everything from that to basketball bingo and all kinds of things they do here. And speaking of fun, Rose-Hulman's had a bunch of it in the first half. They came out, really didn't hit shots right away.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, their offense just kind of gelled, and defensively, they've been solid all night.
Well, I think Rose-Hulman was surprised that Coach Miller came out in that matchup zone for the first possession, give him something else to think about. Sometimes you can get a player to think instead of react. You practice, you have a game plan, and then all of a sudden, there's a wrinkle. We didn't expect that right off the bat. So I thought it was kudos to Coach Miller to kind of slow down Rose in that one possession, and then the next few as well. But Rose-Hulman, as you mentioned, they started to find their footing, started to move the ball a little bit better to find their spots, and started to get some scoring. So, it's just kind of maybe sometimes a feeling out process in the first couple of minutes. It seemed like by both teams, even though they were both very prepared for this game, sometimes it just, when you look back on it, maybe you could describe it as that. But both teams, the first few minutes, they were just a little cold, just not able to make shots. But, man, things started to warm up at the later stages of the half.
When you look at scoring for Rose-Hulman, it's one of those individually. I'm like, wow. Kabrick with 5, Duff with 6, Ram with 5, Harden with 4, McGowan with 4, Blair with 5. And that's pretty even scoring. Everybody's getting in the scoreboard. Chaplin hit a deep 3. Farnsworth with 3 points. So Rose-Hulman, nobody's really scoring a lot. Everybody's scoring.
Yeah.
And so they're not relying on one player to do things. That may be a little bit different than what we see in the Hanover side, as 11 points already for Matt Munoz and 7 points for Houston. When you look at that, maybe a little bit different, maybe a little top-heavy for Hanover. For Rose-Hulman, tonight's ball game, that's what they're going to have to do. Everybody's got to be involved. It can't be just 1 or 2 guys.
And so many times we see that, especially the first half for Rose-Hulman, 8 to 10 guys play. If 10 guys play, 8 guys score between 3 to 7 points. A lot of times that's the case. But then the second half, a couple of guys will emerge. You'll start to get a little bit of a flow. The rotation shortens up, things of that nature. If I'm Coach Miller and I'm Hanover, I'm looking at, Munoz, 7 points in the first 4 minutes or so, 4 points for the rest of the half. Putting Farnsworth on him was something that helped out. Of course, Farnsworth ended up with those 2 fouls. If I'm Coach Miller, anytime I have trade works on Munoz, I'm attacking that every single possession. I don't care what else is going on. I'm attacking that in some sort of way. Maybe that doesn't mean Munoz shoots every time, but running that offense through him, whether it's off of ISO or off a screen, off of the high ball screen where he gets it at the top of the key and makes a play, I'm attacking that every single time, making Rose-Hulman do something different defensively, but maybe even hoping that they don't.
Well, and structure-wise, they brought in Miles McGowan and Simon Blair, the 2 freshman big guys. And they played very well. They're a little more athletic than what Wirtz is as far as that. They don't have the girth that he has, but sometimes that athleticism is able to match up pretty well, and it's a really good matchup right now on Matt Munoz. He hasn't been able to get to the basket as easily with those guys on him because they can't drive around, or Munoz is not able to drive around either one of the two freshmen. They're pretty quick-footed, and they have the ability to play some defense that way, where Wirtz is more of that big, traditional, big pivot guy who's not going to want to step outside and play. And again, it tends to be some matchups. You can play people, you just can't play them all the time. You have to continue to rotate. And I'm saying Rusty Lloyd's done that throughout this season, and that's why Rose-Hulman, I think, is in the lead, is because they were able to stifle what Hanover thought they had, and all of a sudden about 5 trips down, they get nothing, and Rose-Hulman scores.
Yeah, Hanover went on to kind of a low in the mid part of that first half where they, multiple possessions, and that's what you don't want. If you're on the road, you can't go 5, 6, 7 possessions without a bucket, and you got to stay attached. And you see they're only down 3 points, so they obviously are right there. But I know you don't want to have those lows for Coach Miller's squad. Even with only scoring 32 points and having a low where they didn't score from multiple possessions, they're still shooting 50% for the half. I mean, this is a team that can score the ball. They're very efficient. They're shooting 50% for the half.
And they trail
at any time.
And you trail. You're shooting 50%, you trail. Part of that's because of the rebounds they had. Right. Rose-Hulman rebounding at 20, and they've out-rebounded Hanover 7-1 on the offensive glass, which gives Rose-Hulman more shots. Mm-hmm. And if you rebound well on the offensive end and you get the second, third, fourth shots, one time I think they had 4 straight shots because they keep rebounding. Yeah, your shot percentage is not as good, but the points you have per possession goes way up, and that's why Rose-Hulman is actually in the lead. Rose-Hulman didn't shoot well from the foul line, neither did Hanover. 50 and 60% for both of those, but if you're looking at the overall makeup of what's going on, I still look, the big key for Rose-Hulman right now is that offensive rebounds, and then on the other side, defensive rebounding. For Rose-Hulman, they have 13 defensive rebounds and have kept Hanover off the glass. And if you do that, then your defensive effort looks really good because they get 1 shot on a miss. They don't get rebounds and putbacks and extras. So with that opportunity, we'll look forward to see what we have in the second half. And we'll pause right now. We'll come right back with more. You're watching Rose-Hulman basketball on Indiana Sports Network.
Hey, this is Todd Hine with LaborLink. The federal unemployment benefits have ended. However, there has never been a better job market in history. This puts you in an incredible position. Go to golaborlink.com and apply now. We have many jobs available, but they will fill up fast due to demand. Hey, take advantage of the job market and start work right away with LaborLink.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles!
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to Hulbert Arena. 35-32, halftime of the Hanover Rose-Hulman ball game. And when you're looking at this one, again, we're looking at two teams that are going to duke this one out all the way probably to the end of this one. It's a great ball game so far.
End of the game and also end of the season. When you look at the way this season is going to go, I think these two teams are going to be right there, 1-2, top of the conference at the end of the year. And I know other teams that are playing really well. These two teams are really good. Barring injury, you got to have health and all that.
Well,
but these two teams are going to be right there.
And we've seen nationally an uptick in some of the things going on with the COVID things happening, and nobody's, from what we've seen, it's not as bad as what it was the first time around.
Right.
But at the same time, people have to sit out at ball games, and we've seen that in all sports.
Yeah.
And
you never know what's any time. You just don't want it to be late in the season, and you got to have health. Sometimes you got to be lucky.
A little bit lucky.
Yeah.
A lot of bit of effort.
Yeah.
A lot of bit of hard work, and you have a chance to have a really good season. Sanford Rams had a pretty good one. I saw him just warm up on this one, and when I say that, he's one of those guys that's really pivotal for Rose-Hulman. They need to have Sanford start scoring for one part. Defensively, he's been stellar. He's always in somebody's face, always contests shots, and really plays well. But offensively, he's got the chance to do some real damage. And if he can get on track, that can be one of the big ones, especially for tonight for Rose-Hulman.
Played 16 minutes that first half, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Is a guy that, not going to force up. He's not a volume shooter unless he's red hot. And even then, he's not going to shoot 20 shots in the game. But this is a young man that, boy, we just need him. He can hit from the corner. He can hit from the top of the top of the key, excuse me. He can penetrate and move without the ball. So on the offensive end, we need him to get going and keep his confidence level high. This is a young man with great skill level. He's scored for us in the past. Just a matter of seeing the ball go through the basket, it's time. It'll be time at some point. We just hope that time comes soon.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with the start of the second half. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 1 crave cheeseburger.
I'm on it.
Crave cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
Someone pass me the crepe sauce.
Almost ready on the burger.
1 Sonic crave cheeseburger.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
A 3-point Rose-Hulman lead over Hanover to start the second half. We want to thank our sponsors, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Labor Link, Luce, State Farm Insurance, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, York Automotive. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Hanover looking for that backdoor screen. They're going to give it up with the drive down the baseline. An open look for Munoz outside. Can't knock the 3 down. Rebound comes up and a huge foul as Ty Houston gets the rebound, puts the shot up, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Just from a standpoint of knowing your personnel and paying attention to every possession, I have a big problem with Matt Munoz getting 2 wide open looks at the top of the key, one at the early point of the first half, one at the early point of the second half. He made one, missed the second, but still, there's no reason why he should be getting wide open looks like that at the top of the key.
Houston buries the first free throw. It's a 2-point Rose-Hulman lead. Again, we're looking at this one and looking for a great second half. Hibbard has also scored Hibbard and Houston have been the scorers in the guard position. Full court pressure now being applied by Hanover as they slap a little 2-2-1 full court. Rose-Hulman breaks it pretty easily. Farnsworth with it to Ram. Wirtz hands it off to Duff with the drive, with the shot in the low post, and he scores. He'll go to the line.
And that's a very strong take by Dylan Duff. Ryan Morris picking up that foul. When you look at Hanover defense, when they stick their hands in, trying to strip the ball away from you, probably at every position on the court, they're right up into you. I was just thinking Rose-Hulman have to find a way to use that to their benefit and pick up some fouls as Hanover's aggressive with their hands like that.
Duff scores a free throw in the old-fashioned 3-point play. It's 38-33. Rose-Hulman with a 5-point lead. Outside is Munoz to Hibbard. They'll hand it back up. Houston with the drive inside. He'll pull up, try it again. Loose ball. Ram on the floor, and ball still loose and picked up by Duff. They've got a chance for a break, too.
Can't believe there was no jump ball call.
I was going, it's a held ball. No, they just keep fighting for it. Nobody got it.
Great effort by Ram there.
Farnsworth hands it off to Sanford Ram. Ram to Wirtz, again looking in the top. Ram outside, poked away. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ram with the drive. Ram takes it up hard, and it looked like contact. Feed down inside, and who else but Munoz for 2.
Good defense on one end. It could have been a little contact, but a lot of the ball. But then also on the other end, a quick transition bucket.
Kabrick to Ram. Inside to Duff. Duff turned around, easy shot for him. That's where his hot spot is, right towards that free throw line.
Then we got that matchup zone again. You see some changing defense for Hanover.
With the drive, Hibbard, cross court, gives it up. Good look at a 3, and they'll pull it back outside.
That was over the back all day long. This has been a foul.
Morris with the kick out. Munoz, kick into the corner. 3-point shots up, no good. Rebound to Wirtz. Ram with it, looking inside, gives it back out to Wirtz, who will reverse that basketball. Kabrick to Duff. Off the screen, he'll take the 3 look. Doesn't get it to fall. Out comes Hanover with the basketball. Greenamoyer outside to Hibbard. Hibbard with the drive, kick in the corner, shots up for 3, and good this time by Ty Houston.
Ty Houston once again found that corner in a 2-point deficit for Hanover. They're right there, 1 possession game.
Wirtz to Kabrick. Pump, thought he had somebody in the low post. Ram open for 3, he's got it spotted up, and Samvit Ram buries a 3-pointer. 43-38. Rose-Hulman still with that 5-point lead.
Ram a big shot right there. That's his 3rd basket of the game.
And he looks more confident this evening. Hibbard kicks it outside in a traveling violation to Ty Houston.
He did the exact same thing at this point in the first half at the exact same spot on the floor. He's very consistent. So Ty Houston, once again, got to gather before you put that ball on the deck. It's right in front of the official. That's the second time tonight. Sixth turnover for Hanover. Rose with only 4, knock on wood. I've been trying not to say that. I don't want to jinx anything. Both teams with only 4 turnovers in the first half. Very well played game from that standpoint.
Cabrick to Wirtz. Wirtz back outside. Farnsworth with a hard drive.
Again.
Had it tipped away.
Yeah, they're active.
Farnsworth again, nice shot on the inside. They're going to call the foul. I'll tell you what, Chaplin came flying towards the basket in a really nice Farnsworth feed, but Farnsworth was fouled in the process. Timeout's been called. We'll take one as well. 43-38, Rose-Hulman with the lead.
It's Black Friday every day at the all-new York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Shop over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Pulling away in a new Ram 1500 Crew Cab, only $269 per month. New Grand Cherokee L, only $399 per month during the Black Friday sales event. Plus, get $1,000 more for your trade-in all month long. Start your deal at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
16 minutes left to go in the ball game. A 43-38 Rose-Hulman lead. And Rose-Hulman will have possession of the basketball on that common foul.
From a conference standpoint, all eyes in the conference are on this game. This is the only conference game on the slate today from HCAC men's basketball.
Harden outside to Duff to Harden. They've got a man in the post if they can get it to him. There it is. Down the low post to Blair. Blair backs him down, puts the shot up off the glass. That's just real solid basketball from the Oklahoma native.
Once again, the help didn't come, and Munoz didn't want to pick up any fouls right there. Blair took his time and went to the basket.
With the drive, kick out to Williams. He step in, puts the shot up, doesn't get it. A rebound comes out to Farnsworth.
Very fortunate with a lot of these misses right now is Rose-Hulman.
Feed down to Blair again. Kick out. Chaplin with the drive. Pump. Got the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Boy, I would have loved to see that one more pass to try to keep that ball hopping, but Chaplin went to the basket very hard. Very good chance for a and one. Just couldn't quite get that to go down.
Hibbard looks to be holding his hand and shaking. He'll shake that one off as he got slapped or hit pretty good as he made contact with Chaplin. And again, Max, the leading scorer for Rose-Hulman. He comes off the bench, and he always creates a spark. And it's been every time we've had ball games here this year, it's been in the second half where he's just come alive.
Chaplin, a guy that has got supreme confidence, and he believes in his ability. He knows what he can do to help this team. And he's added to his repertoire the ball handling ability. He's putting the ball on the deck a lot more this year. So that time got these 2 free throws.
15 minutes left to go in the ball game, and a 9-point lead for Rose-Hulman, largest lead for the Engineers in the ball game. Outside, they'll give it up to Williams. Back to Hibbard. Good ball movement for Hanover.
Yeah, it was.
Hibbard was fouled on the drive by Chaplin.
Into the shot clock. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Boy, on that possession, I'm watching Blair on Munoz doing a great job. One thing you have to watch out for if you're Rose-Hulman, over-helping. You can't over-help in games like this. skip pass in the corner is just 1 or 2 passes away.
Well, that's because Hanover's been able to shoot the basketball really well, and there's evidence of that one as Max Greenemeyer just buries a 3 and cuts that lead back to 6.
Greenemeyer is the leading three-point shooter for Hanover.
Boy, I mean, Blair is just going at it hard. They're going to call the offensive foul.
Oh, wow, that's a tough one right there, Herb.
I don't think he ducked his shoulder or anything. I don't know what they're going to call it on.
That's just physical basketball. Should have been a no call. That's a physical basketball. 2 big boys banging down there. That's what you want to see, isn't it?
Usually.
Wow.
In this case, it cost Rose-Hulman a turnover, a 6-point lead for Hanover. Now a technical foul called on Rusty Lloyd.
My goodness. He's down in his crouch. I don't know if he said a magic word or he's down. He was down in his crouch when the technical was called. That was a quick one there. So I, didn't see it. Must have been something. Obviously, it was something he referee heard and didn't like.
Houston will shoot the free throws. He gets the first one, cut the lead to 5. I want to thank our sponsors again: Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Labor Link, Luce State Farm Insurance, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive.
We'll see what the effect is of that little swing right there where he had the offensive foul and the 2 free throws from the technical foul. We'll see what the effects are over the next few minutes.
And we will say this one too. Last Saturday there was a lot more arguing going on than that, and nothing was called. So.
Don't believe it.
With the drive inside and getting that shot up and over was Isaac Hibbard.
Yeah.
And I mean, he put a lot of arch on that one.
did.
The lead's cut to 2.
Blair was right there to put it back in his face, but it got just enough touch to get that one to go up and down.
Farnsworth gives it to Duff. Duff back out to Harden. Feed down into Blair. Out to Chaplin, who pumped. Step back 3. Can't get it to go. Tipped around. And it's brought down by Matt Munoz.
Great block out, too.
With the drive is William, and they're going to call the foul, and this time it'll go on Blair.
Yeah, you can see that one coming as Williams, Noah Williams really kind of used that little stutter move. And now we're going to see a couple of substitutions coming in for Rose-Hulman.
Couple of the big guys coming in. Wirtz and McGowan will come into the ball game. Miles McGowan, that freshman from Indianapolis, seen a lot of time. He's been real consistent the last 2 ball games as well.
They got to wait to get the guys off the court. They're ready to blow the whistle, put ball in play.
Looking for that drive over the top. Williams in the corner. He's driving Harden down, and they'll pull it back out. Hibbard off of the screen from Houston. Step back 3. Doesn't get it. Rebound comes out to Duff.
But didn't make the shot, but that was good offense there on that little pick and pop.
2-point Rose-Hulman lead. 13 minutes left to go in the second half. McGowan. Chaplin with the drive. He got another opportunity. And I'll tell you what, Max is real heady when it comes to that. He gives that little hesitation.
Yeah.
Draws the foul, puts the shot up, and goes to the line.
Gave Williams a dose of his own medicine there. Chaplin going to get a couple more free throws as he's knocked down his first 2 early in the half.
Just under 13 minutes left to go in the ball game. Chaplin converts on that free throw.
Max Chaplin 3rd in the conference in free throw percentage. Hopefully I didn't just jinx him. I'm sure I didn't. He's unjinxable.
He stuck that one in.
Yep.
49-45, a 4-point Rose-Hulman lead. Hibbard, senior guard for Hanover, has really done a nice job of controlling everything.
And that's what I said. Go right at him. You got the matchup, go right at it. Go at him. Feed Munoz every time down the court. Let him make the play or facilitate while Trey Wirtz is on it.
2-point Rose-Hulman lead, 49-47. with the drive, shots up, and he doesn't get it, is Harden. Out on the break is Hibbert.
No trailer.
With the drive, kick in the corner to Williams, puts that shot up and in, and Hanover has retaken the lead.
Another assist by Isaac Hibbert. That's number 6 for the game.
7 lead changes in this ball game. Chaplin with the drive, puts it up and looked for the contact again, didn't get it drawn. Williams with it. Cross gives it up to Greenamoyer. Off the screen, using Houston down low. Turnaround jumper, doesn't get it, and rebound to Wirtz.
If one of the few times we did not send help when it was unwanted, McGowan needed no help, he played straight up. Oh boy.
Didn't get that shot. That should have been a pretty good move for him, and he wasn't able to put it in. Greenamoyer off a double screen, pulls it back outside. With the drive is Houston.
Yep.
Offensive foul.
Boy, Houston, that time did a better job gathering, even though he still got a little bit of a shuffle, but you're going to get away with a little bit of there's a little conversation here to see if it's a block charge. We'll see what we come away with. The official word is a block. Oh, they changed the call as we lead to a timeout.
So when we come back, we'll see Hanover with the basketball. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s,
Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And, well, that looks odd. On the scoreboard there, somebody's done something to this score. 50-49. Hanover with a lead. It was 49-5 earlier, so it didn't look quite right. Munoz with 15 points. He's the leading scorer for Hanover as he's moving around that low post trying to get open. They'll pull it out to Greenamoyer. Williams off the screen. Kicks it back to Houston.
Good defense by
Houston
McGowan.
Feeds. Munoz on the layup.
Yep.
And Munoz is a slasher.
He does everything. He does everything. He can move it on the dribble. He can pop out. He can slash.
He's really done a nice job. A 3-point lead for Hanover. Ram back in the ball game for Rose-Hulman, and Samvit Ram right down the lane puts it up and in.
Big bucket over Williams as he had the size advantage there, as Rose-Hulman now down 1 as they had scored for the first time in a couple of minutes.
There's the drive again. The big fellow with it. Tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Rose-Hulman basketball.
That's a big stop, and that Rose-Hulman needed right there. Hanover had scored on. See, it feels like the last 5 trips, even though it hasn't been that. They coming out of a little bit of a low themselves, but Rose-Hulman can't take the lead here on this possession.
Kabrick to Wirtz for 3. Big fella can't get it. Rebound comes out to Ram.
That's about his 3rd offensive rebound of the night, maybe 4th.
Kabrick to Ram, and Ram with 10 points on the evening. McGowan, here's Ram to Wirtz. 5 seconds on that shot clock. Ram puts it up outside, can't get it to go. Shot was done at the right time. Fought for and picked up by Munoz.
That was almost a cheap foul.
Outside is Williams.
Not going to take that ball away from Munoz right there. Get back on defense.
Hibbert on the drive. Goes to turn around outside, and they left him open.
Yeah, they lost him, and McGowan just lost track of Houston right there. Ty Houston having a big night. That's his third free of the game.
Just a really solid player, and Houston's having a great night shooting the basketball. Ram with it at the top of the key. Gives it up to Chaplin. 4-point Hanover lead. Chaplin, pull up, 15-footer, got it and knocked it down. Timeout's been called. It's a 2-point Hanover lead when we return for more action on Indiana Sports Network.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles! For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com. Oh, that's gross.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
Scoring for Rose-Hulman, 2 players in double figures in Duff and Ram. And if you're looking at Hanover, their double figure scores are Houston and Munoz with 16 and 17 points apiece. For Rose-Hulman, again, a couple other players with 7 are Blair and Chaplin. And Blair's really had a pretty solid game offensively as well. And they just need a little bit more. They're down by 2. It's 55-53. Hanover with the lead in the basketball. We're just under 9 minutes left to go in the ball game. Hibbert gives it up to Houston, and then back end Williams with the drive. Houston to Hibbert. Hibbert off the screen, will drive towards the middle. Turnaround, puts it up, no good, and I thought Caper did a nice job defensively on him in the low post.
Absolutely, stayed down, didn't go for the fake. Get it in.
They'll give it inside, and they'll finally call Munoz over the top.
Yeah, they got him with a little arm bar there. He's trying to reach around. Blair would like to see that pass a beat earlier, but nonetheless, Rose-Hulman inching closer to the bonus, as is Hanover.
They gave it up to Farnsworth. He puts the shot up, can't get it to go. Another solid block out by Munoz.
Yeah,
he didn't get the rebound, but he left it wide open for Williams. Williams with the basketball off that screen for Houston for 3. Another good open look for 3. And Farnsworth, it has to step out on him.
Not even in the same area code right there. You got it. There's no reason why you're leaving Houston.
58-53. Hanover with the lead. Cabrick to Chaplin. Chaplin kicks out to Cabrick, back to Chaplin. 5 seconds to go on that shot clock. Chaplin for 3, can't get it to go. Rebound, fought for, it's out of bounds. No, it wasn't. Thought it possibly was, saved and brought in bounds by Hibbert. Hanover with that loose ball. They've tracked down several of them this quarter. Munoz puts the 3 up, pretty quick shot, didn't get it to fall.
Dodged the bullet there.
Could have been a really tough one if he hit that one. With the drive is Blair, puts the shot up and in.
That's a big shot by Blair right there to get that bucket. Rose-Hulman crawling within a possession here with 7 minutes to go.
58-55. Hanover with the lead. Drive, shots blocked. The rebound comes out to Cabrick. He's going to drive, kick it up. Trying to move it around. Chaplin And Max pulls it back outside. Blair to Farnsworth. To Chaplin. Drive, shoots, and scores.
Max Chaplin now with 11 in double figures, brings Rose within 1. A nice drive, decent ball movement. Let's see what Hanover does here on this possession.
Again, a 1-point Hanover lead. Hibbard thinks more, kicks it back outside. Another open look for 3, but he misses it.
Yeah.
And Greenamoyer had it lined up.
Yep. Another guy you can't lead. They're just missing shots right now.
About 3 of those guys really shoot well from 3-point range. Blair with the drive again. Looks inside. Farnsworth had it. Lost. Picked up by Williams, who's driving to the basket. Tries to do something with it. Potential travel. Yeah. Kicks it outside. Greenamore for 3.
That's big right there. That is big right there.
Greenamoyer puts a 3-pointer in and puts that lead back to 4 points for Hanover. Timeout's been called. We'll take a break. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 1 crave cheeseburger.
I'm on it.
Crave cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
Someone pass me the crepe sauce.
Almost ready on the burger.
1 Sonic cream cheeseburger.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, turnovers and free throws, always the things that everybody talks about in ball games that pull you closer or take you out. And Rose-Hulman turned that last one over, had a chance to take the lead, and instead, right down the floor was Hanover. Wide open look for that 3, and again, shooting the basketball well wins ball games, and Hanover has some guards that really shoot the ball well. Kabrick breaks that pressure in a hurry. Looking inside to Blair. Farnsworth, Kabrick. Give it up to Blair again. They're going to get him again with that foul. And realistically, there were a couple other times in the first half I thought he did the same thing, and we didn't get the call on that low post play.
Only a second team foul. Nobody in the game with more than 2. So nobody in real foul trouble. Next foul either way should be the bonus.
They're going to inbound this one a length of the floor. Dylan Duff with the ball. Kabrick to Blair. Back to Kabrick.
Got to make it happen.
7 seconds left on that shot clock. Duff with the shot. Falls short. Trying to push it up the floor was Hibbard. He'll pull it back out on Ram. Turnaround, kick into the corner. Open look, and it's blocked.
That's a big block by Dylan Duff. They got beat. Houston was wide open in the corner, but the length of Duff recovered. Oh, my goodness.
Blair to Kabrick. Looking for the drive. Farnsworth. He'll go off the screen, turn the corner, drives, shoots. They're going to call the foul before the shot.
1-and-1 here coming for Isaac Farnsworth as he'll have his opportunity at the free throw line. Have not been there much this season.
So Farnsworth will go to the line. We want to thank our sponsors, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Labor Link, Luce State Farm Insurance, and Lynn's Pharmacy. Also, Mossy Oak Properties, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Our camera operators for today's game are Kanan Harper, Noah Gastineau, and Dakota Schonsler. Our video technician is Keith Lawson, and our producer and director is Tony Harper. A 2-point Hanover lead. Hanover with the basketball. 4:30 left to go in the ball game. Munoz had a wide open look and just waited too long. Trying to put it up and in, and he does.
Woo! He made it a little harder on himself than it needed to be. Didn't recognize he had the length of the basket. Still got the 2 points.
Lead is 4 for Hanover. Duff. It's Blair. Now Ram almost got that one in.
Yeah, I think they get Williams on trailing that play. Yeah, they got him. Ram came across that screen to get that 17-footer. An analytics dream's nightmare. Analytics lover's nightmare, I should say. It was that shot. It was the right side of the 3-point line.
And Ram will go to the line.
Of course, not everybody is in love with analytics like you are, Herb. I know how much you love that stuff.
Yeah, wrong sport for me. The analytics are really fun. Tipped around, no good. It's a 3-point Hanover lead, 63-60. 4 minutes we're approaching into the end of the ball game. With 4 minutes to go, it's 63-60. Hanover with the lead and the basketball. Again, Houston puts it up, doesn't get it. Cabrick with the board. Jackson Cabrick looking outside to Farnsworth. They're going to run it again. Cabrick on the drive. Thought he had potentially a screen there, and Blair ran right into it.
Duff needs to get into play here.
Blair for 3. Can't get it to go, and the rebound comes out to Hanover. Hibbard to Houston. Houston at the top of the key again. Looking for it outside. Greenamoyer with a crossover move on Ram. Step back 3. Doesn't get it. Rebound comes out to Farnsworth. Still trailing by 3. Rose-Hulman with the basketball.
Love to see Duff get involved in this play here somehow offensively.
He's involved. Step back. Doesn't get it. Tipped around. No. Farnsworth just yanks that one up. Cabrick for 3. Can't get it. Rebound. No. They're going to call the foul. Thought maybe we almost had a steal there as Farnsworth really attacked him off the rebound and going to the line at the other end. Will happen. Timeout on the floor. A 3-point Hanover lead.
It's Black Friday every day at the all-new York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Shop over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Pulling away in a new Ram 1500 Crew Cab, only $269 per month. New Grand Cherokee L, only $399 per month during the Black Friday sales event. Plus, get $1,000 more for your trade-in all month long. Start your deal at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
63-60, Hanover with the lead, and stepping in line is Max Greenamoyer, the 6'1 sophomore from Zionsville, Indiana. 2:42 left to go in the ball game. These some crucial free throws down the stretch. Misses the front end of a 1-and-1. And Rose-Hulman with the basketball.
Big opportunity here for Rose to execute offensively, get a good shot.
Cabrick to Farnsworth. Chaplin back into the ball game. Ram off the kick. Duff puts it up and in. Dylan Duff for 2. 1-point lead for Hanover.
He's so comfortable around that free throw line area. If he can get there, especially on the right side, he makes a very high percentage of those shots.
Hibbard will run the clock down.
Got to stay on Houston.
And Duff has drawn him on the absolute it, and a shot is up and good. Wow, what a nice play by Matt Munoz. They had him in a low post. They just fed him at the right time.
They did. They had Munoz, so they're coming off the ball to that right block, and he got Farnsworth. He got bad Farnsworth, and Farnsworth had the trail. Munoz got the ball, and Farnsworth didn't want to commit the foul, and then he's in limbo. He ended up giving a and one, but Munoz did a great job off the ball. And how about the play by the guard to get him the ball on time, which is so crucial. Good play.
Misses the free throw, and it's picked up by Houston, then stolen away by Duff. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. They trail by 3. Duff in the low post. Had a one-on-one move, pulled it back out. Kabrick. Defense by Hanover's been really solid.
They look lost.
Duff squares up, pump, kick back, the fade away, got it. Dylan Duff for 2.
Boy, sometimes you just make a play with your athletic ability. And we get a foul. What did we get?
Warning on the sideline.
Okay, which sideline? I'm Rose-Hulman, I'm guessing.
I couldn't tell, but you could hear him say it. Yeah. Warning on the sideline. Again, it's a 1-point Hanover lead, 1:20 left to go in the ball game. Hibbard with the ball in the front court for Hanover. Being guarded by Kabrick. Again, Houston to Greenamoyer. Back to Houston. Houston trying to feed the ball. Greenamoyer is open for 3. Got it.
That's what happens when you help unnecessarily. I know you want to try to double team that post, but he wasn't in position to make a shot, make a move for a shot. No help was necessary right there. Gave up a 3.
4-point Hanover lead. Just under a minute left to go on Indiana Sports Network.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
I need a Mocha Crunch Flash, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Flash.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
Full court pressure is going to be applied by Hanover. 57 seconds left. Kabrick, he'll drive, he'll shoot, and he's going to get fouled to go to the line and shoot with the clock stopped.
Incidentally, and I know Hanover fans, if you're listening right here, plug your ears. That's how they lost to Defiance right there. They gave
Let
up
him
a
drive.
sideline drive just like that in the last seconds to Defiance. Gave up a layup. That eerily reminded me of that play.
Well, potentially could have been somebody open in the corner off that drive and kick. Blair comes into the ball game, and he'll replace Duff. Kabrick at the line. Rose-Hulman trails by 4. 53.5 left to go in the game. Missed both free throws and tipped and saved by Hanover again.
You have to foul now.
Nice move by Munoz to get his hands on that ball. Now. Got the quick foul. Going to force this one and the one in bonus.
Boy, those are 2 big free throw misses there. We've seen some big free throw misses down the stretch in the last 3 minutes by both teams.
by both teams. They really haven't, neither team has shot well from the foul line. It's not been super consistent. You got a couple guys that shoot them well, and then it just kind of tapers off from there. Shots up, he misses the front end again.
Now I think you need a three.
Looking on it.
Right there.
Chaplin for three, can't get it to go. Got to take an opportunity.
Yes.
35 seconds, 34 seconds, and the foul happens. With it, Williams will go to the line. Noah Williams, a senior from Jeffersonville, has played a lot here in the second half. He's really done a nice job, handles the ball well, and defensively is where he's good. He's been a solid defender. He's matched up on Chaplin quite a bit when he's been in the ball game, caused him a lot of trouble. 4-point lead for Hanover, and he gets the first one. Makes it a 5-point lead. 34 seconds left to go. There's going to be a lot of fouling and or opportunities trying to get steals and threes. Rose-Hulman's going to have to shoot themselves back into the ball game. Lead 6, 2-possession ball game. Kabrick with the drive. Jackson turns it. No. Chaplin looks at it, doesn't have it, back outside to Duff. Somebody's got to shoot it up. Chaplin pump, gets an open look, doesn't get it in. And with that foul, and that probably ends the ball game. 17.6 seconds left to go in this one. It's a 2-possession game, and with any free throws down here, it makes it a 3-possession, and that makes it virtually well, it could be a Reggie Miller incident, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's I've only seen one of those.
And I'll tell you, Hanover has played so well down the stretch here. The only thing you can fault them on is they missed 2 front ends of 1-and-1s and gave Rose-Hulman chances to come back in, but the Engineers didn't capitalize on them.
No.
71, make it 72-64, an 8-point Hanover lead. Sanford Ram kicks it. Shots up by Kabrick. He got the shot. Timeout's been called. Leads back to 6. We'll return for more action on Indiana Sports Network.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s,
Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people
in central and west central Indiana. We are committed to the latest therapies to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
Hey, this is Todd Hine with LaborLink. The federal unemployment benefits have ended. However, there has never been a better job market in history. This puts you in an incredible position. Go to golaborlink.com and apply now. We have many jobs available, but they will fill up fast due to demand. Hey, take advantage of the job market and start work right away with LaborLink.
Inbound and a very quick foul. They didn't get the steal. And free throws will take place at the other end of the floor. 6-point Hanover lead, and going to the line is their star of the ball game, Houston. And I'm telling you, Ty Houston had a big ball game this evening. 24 points on the night. Misses that one. Again, a 6-point lead. Puts that shot up and in. 7-point lead, 7.5 seconds left to go in this one. Harden will launch one. Doesn't get it. And that'll be the ball game. So Hanover comes in with a 2-1 conference record. Rose-Hulman was 3-0. Now it's 3-1 for Rose-Hulman and 3-1 for Hanover in the conference.
Yeah, big win for Hanover as, boy, they really gutted one out here on the road. These road wins are absolute money when you can do that here in this conference, because we talked about the depth of this conference, the parity. We're going to have a lot of teams right there down there to the stretch, and when you can come on the road, get a big victory against a good Rose-Hulman team, boy, we're going to see this matchup again. We're going to at least one more time this season. These are two really good teams.
Well, and as we talked about, parity in the conference, it's a big deal for these teams. They're able to do an awful lot. They play each other twice all the way through, and for the top end of the conference now, Defiance will take over lead in the HCAC. Defiance will have a 3-0 record, and they will be the only undefeated team left in conference play.
And that'll be interesting to see as we move to the weekend and until the beginning of January when the schedule gets hot and heavy. But this game, I'm just really impressed by Hanover and what they were able to do today. You see that rotation was wide open in the first half, and Coach Miller restricted that in the second half, went to his money makers, and his guys stayed on the floor, and they made play after play after play down the stretch. Rose-Hulman just couldn't quite get that one pivotal stop and then that pivotal, shot to go down when they had their opportunities. Had the game within striking distance, just couldn't make that crucial shot when they really needed it.
Well, again, 73-66, the final score in this one, as we look forward to Rose-Hulman's schedule, at least in this one. Different teams are going to be playing a couple out-of-conference ball games to really finish out the year.
That Webster Invitational should be back to full strength, what we're hearing for that game, and looking forward to that. That will be a couple of games as you finish out the calendar year of 2021, high-quality opponents, and then you come right back after that in January with 3 big road games in the conference. So if we can get back full strength like we're hoping for the Webster Invitational, get our guys a couple of games under the belt so that we get back in conference play. When the game, all games matter, but when you get back in the conference game, those are the games you really need to have.
73-66, Hanover with the win over Rose-Hulman, and again, like you said, multiple games on the road for this team. This could really help them gel together as emotionally and getting them ready to really go back at it. And then January 15th, the 19th, and the 22nd, all home ball games against some really good teams. Defiance comes to town, Anderson and Transylvania. All 3 of those teams,
league leaders.
They're supposed to be up in the top half of the conference. So big ball games coming up for Rose-Hulman after the first of the year. After the first of the year. Again, 73-66. Rose-Hulman goes down in defeat. The win goes to Hanover. And, again, great ball game tonight. Opportunity to see these guys play. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as things go on with this one. We'll be back at it after the first of the year with men's basketball here at Rose-Hulman. Be able to see some other things going on. And again, another good evening of basketball. For Walter Gordon, I'm Herb King. We'll say so long from Holbert Arena. Again, Rose-Hulman loses this ball game to Hanover, 73-66.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network. This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.